Yeah, receding hairlines are apparently sexy to women now because of Walton Goggins in White Lotus. His hairline is what they would call a Norwood 5. It is very far back, and no hate. I mean, plenty of men, maybe a majority of men in America deal with hair loss.
Wait,
and
can
so
you tell me where
this
that...
is a shift in the male beauty standard.
Where does that come from? Norwood
They
5?
say, well, there's a scale for it. So if you have a Norwood hairline, it's receding back a certain distance, and a 5 is pretty extreme.
So what is mine?
I don't think that your hairline is receding, though.
Okay.
That just is what it is. Do you think it's receding?
No.
Are you overthinking it now?
I'm just double checking, you know?
But a Norwood 1 is not receding at all,
Okay.
basically.
So I'm a Norwood 1.
So Walton Goggins is turning into a sex symbol in his own right, especially among the young women who are streaming White Lotus right now. And they have now dubbed him the internet's boyfriend. I didn't know about that. You said it was Pedro Pascal. I can't keep track anymore. But ahead of the finale of White Lotus this week, fans are drooling over him, declaring that he made receding hairlines hot. And the phenomenon has now earned the name the Walton Goggins effect. Receding hairlines, according to Telegraph, now have sex appeal. And then I'm looking at all of these tweets from women just absolutely swooning over Goggins, and I'm wondering, is it about Walton Goggins or about his hairline? Would they find it attractive on anyone else, or is it just him?
It's him.
It's his riz, his star power. Yeah. Sienna on Twitter said, I hate how there's discourse as to whether Walton Goggins is hot or not. Like, it's about the vibes, and insecure men just never have vibes as cool as this guy. So they think it's their appearance, but it's really not. And then they showed this video of Walton Goggins. I would like to show.
Yeah. Wait, did you send me? Am I missing one? Is it in
From Sienna on Twitter.
Oh, I might. Can you resend it to me?
Oh, sure.
I don't think it's here.
There it is.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
This is the vibe that women are into.
Radiohead.
It's not about his hairline, right? It's the fact that he's carefree, you know?
He's an artist, okay? And a wealthy artist, a successful artist.
One man responded to this saying, Walton Goggins is the patron saint of hairline recession. No one has done more for men in the rising generation. The bald, shaven influencers are cowards in comparison. I'm sensing some shade towards Andrew Tate right now, who has, of course, shaved his head after receding his hairline. Another one said, the Walton Goggins propaganda has officially worked on me because I find him so effing hot. It's crazy.
Again, it's because of he's in shows that they like.
Another one said, I love Walton so much. He is half forehead, half teeth, and yet it all works. The man is hot.
Apparently he hasn't had implants. He had dental bridges to replace 2 teeth that were knocked out.
Oh.
So
he got in a fight. That's even more attractive.
Yeah.
Great.
So
great stuff.
I mean, he'll always be one of the greatest villains of all time in Justified as Boyd Crowder. It's just such a great role. And the guy just has so much charisma.
One woman is more confused. She's not sure how she feels about him. The real mystery of this season of White Lotus is I can't decide if I'm sexually attracted to this man or not. He's simultaneously hot and off-putting. I can't put my finger on it. I think that's really the key, though. Like, that being on the precipice between ugly and hot is a special balance that you want to strike. And that gives you a certain magnetism.
It doesn't. His profession and his success gives him magnetism. If this was just the matter, literally, we're about to hit Shameik Moore, Michael B. Jordan territory, where it's got more to do with the person and their success. And Shameik Moore, as successful as he is isn't as successful as Michael B. Jordan.
Well, there's a lot of differences between those two men that don't boil down to their success.
In this case, it has nothing to do with the fact that he's either ugly or hot. It's just that it tips it towards hot because he's successful.
So you think you understand the female psyche more than a woman does?
Yes. Not really.
Because I definitely don't understand the male psyche
Okay.
and how it works.
Okay, so you take the same guy, right? He's not successful. Is it about, is it the same guy making the same video? Like, say if we take this video here, and it's just no Joe Schmo 32 Electric Boogaloo singing to Radiohead.
Okay, I don't know about that specific video, but okay. Think about this. People watch a show like The Chosen, and they literally think when they meet Jonathan Rumi that they are meeting Jesus.
Yeah.
Because that's the way that our brains work.
Women fall in love with serial killers, too.
I didn't say anyone was falling in love with Jonathan
Yeah.
Rumi. What
No,
I said is that people walk up to him in public and they think that he is God. Because the human brain cannot distinguish between who the person is on screen and the actor in real life. It's just not
That does happen
possible.
very frequently.
So when women are watching Walton Goggins in White Lotus, they are not seeing Walton Goggins. They are
No, they're
seeing the
not.
character he plays, Rick. And they find something appealing about that person or who they imagine him to be.
They're transposing the
has-
character onto him.
It is completely divorced from reality. It has nothing to do with Walton Goggins' net worth.
Yeah.
And nothing to do with the clout or success that Walton Goggins has in real life.
So you think it's about the character and not about him?
That's why I think it's about the persona. It's about the riz. It's about the vibes.
There's a 20 there from Jose Quintana.
He looks like Leonardo DiCaprio in 15 years. He's not a bad actor. He stays in his lane. I cured the fear of being bald by shaving off my hair decades ago. Long live PCC and hair.
Yeah.
I mean, is he the same age as Leonardo DiCaprio? Or?
He's probably older than Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, okay. I just thought they were the same age. I just think that there's more to it than that, because women who are watching White Lotus that find him hot don't think about who he is in real life. They're not thinking about what's in his bank account.
Okay.
Because it's completely divorced from reality. It's a fictional character he's playing, and they find him hot,
All right. They
Not-
find the character hot.
not Walton Goggins.
Okay.
I mean, just think about it. His name is Walton Goggins. Somebody birthed a baby, this innocent little baby. They looked down at their newborn son, and they thought, you know what? I'm going to name this child Walton Goggins. And then it turned out later on he had the biggest noggin on display for everyone to see.
He's
It's truly nominal determinism in action.
He is
I'm seeing some hot takes about this too. One said, if you as a woman can't appreciate a healthy receding hairline, congratulations, you're a PDF file.
That is insane.
Like, I don't get it personally. Like, I don't personally find Walton Goggins attractive. I don't really get the phenomenon here. And
He's
I don't
born in
find
1971.
I don't find receding hairlines attractive. But according to some people on the internet, that means that I'm a predator.
Well, he was in the movie Predators in 2010, so he was born in 1971.
Okay.
So
And Leonardo DiCaprio is younger than him.
I don't know when Leonardo DiCaprio was
But
born.
it's true, 85% of the male population has hair loss. I didn't know it was that many.
74 for Leonardo DiCaprio, so he's a little bit older.
Okay.
Not by much.
So that's almost all men, basically.
Lucky me.
And is that a cope? Maybe.
Maybe.
They're telling themselves that the receding hairline is sexy.
So you think this is just women not being able to uncouple themselves from the show?
Yeah, totally.
And if Walton Goggins showed up not in character, it would be different.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think, like, this is why they're into, you know, I don't know. Name any, who's like the heartthrob of our time?
I don't know. Like, what do you mean? Like, whose time? Me and you come from different times.
Of young women today.
I don't know. Is there even one?
Is there one?
Is Timothy Chalamet
It's hard
what
to-
you ladies are stuck with?
It's hard to pinpoint,
I don't
isn't
know.
it? Because there's no agreed upon standard of what women find attractive these days.
I don't know. Like I don't know who it would be. I don't even know who it would have been when I was like I make the joke all the time on the show that the example they always give in the movies is still George Clooney. You're no George Clooney, which just proves to you that that nobody's actually occupied that status since then.
Okay, for girls in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like girls your age in the 90s, what did they say?
I have no idea. I'd have to. I'm not a girl, so I don't know.
Was it Leonardo DiCaprio?
I guess.
I'm drawing a blank.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know who this would be, but I do think you're probably right. I've changed my mind. I think you're probably right, at least as far as like how they're looking at his appearance here. But also, he's been successful for a long time, so you can't even really uncouple him from his success either. He's a successful dude who has a unique look.
I'm not gonna lie, I honestly hadn't heard of Walton Goggins before White Lotus.
He had been around. He was in he played the bad guy in like the 2018 Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander. He was in one of the Ant-Man movies. He's not like a lead actor in movies, but he's one of those guys who's going to show up in the movie because he's a reliable dude. But again, he was the through line bad guy in Justified as the foil to the main character.
It's just, I think that this new audience of Gen Z women hadn't seen him in anything before watching him in White Lotus. So to them, he's just that character.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any preconceived notion or any context for it. And he's just the flavor of the week right now.
Oh yeah, he is in the Fallout series. Like, he's one of the main characters in the new Fallout series, so that's a big part of it.
Maybe the receding hairline trend is going to replace the awful mullet trend that's taken over lately.
No, because the mullet can be done by anyone as long as they can grow out the hair. I don't know if anybody's gonna, kind of like how Gen Z started giving themselves perms even if they didn't have curly hair. I don't know what's worse. I don't know if anybody's gonna cut their hairline back.
Ugh, the mullet is just, I think the mullet might be worse than the perms because it's such a social contagion. When I go out, I see a young guy with a mullet, and especially if it's a mullet with a mustache, I just know he has zero personality because he's doing that just because he's heard around the block like this is what women are into these days. No, do something because you want to do it. Thank you. This means you have no originality. You're just like gonna...
Okay.
You're just going to conform to whatever you think women want.
Apparently.
And that's really the peak of simpery. Is just being malleable to become whatever it is you think women want. So and having no self-determination.
In relation to hair?
Even down to something as seemingly insignificant as hair.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.